Hi, welcome back to Math Mini Lessons with me, Sarah Fuentes, Math Coach and Specialist, and today we're going to be talking about percent change. This is so helpful because we use percents all the time, whether it's our score on a test or we find that great sale, having to pay taxes on the things that we buy, using tip to figure out how much to give our server at the end, or when we get older, working out our mortgage rates. Okay, so let's jump into some situations with percent change because they're all over the place. It can either be that our original amount is increasing or is decreasing. So it could be that the original amount is getting bigger if we're thinking about money, like things like tax or tip, or it could be even go down if we have a sale or a price reduction. That's pretty much what's happening with percent change. Something's happening to our original amount. So what we're going to do is we're going to think about it like a bar model. And when we think of bar models, think of this little bar and this little bar. And in your mind, you're going to think of this as our original amount. And we always start off as this amount is 100%. Now, when we have a percent increase, meaning we're adding percent increase, we're adding to that amount. So that whatever that number is, it's getting bigger, so we know it's going to definitely be more than 100% because we're adding a percentage to it. But when it's a percent decrease, we're taking a piece out. So whatever that piece is, we're subtracting it from 100%. So let's get to the math to make it super easy. We're going to take our original amount and we're going to either multiply it by the increase or the decrease from 100%. We'll start with an easy type of problem. Let's pretend that our original amount is just an easy $100. And let's pretend that there's an increase of 15%. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just think in my head 100 plus 15%. A lot of us can just do this in our heads, 115%. We already know from 6th grade that we have to change this to a decimal. So we go to the left, my little Beyonce moment. And we're just doing 100 times 1.15. That's all we're doing. And when we use our calculator, because we don't ever expect anyone to do this in their heads completely, 1.15, you get $115. So let's try it and pretend it was a decrease. Let's say it goes down, let's say 8%. So we're going to do the same thing. We have our $100 and we're going to multiply it by 100 minus 8%. Again, you don't always have to do that step. You could just go right in and just do in your head 92%. You just do that right in your head. And then we're just going to again change this to a decimal by shifting 2 times. And then you're just going to multiply that. And on our calculators, 100 times 0.92. It's going to give us $92. That's the only thing we're going to use. We're going to multiply our original times 100 plus or minus that percentage. And we're going to do it just in one long step. So let's try it out in a problem. And this one I like because there are 2 changes in the problem. So every 5 years, the population of a certain town is recorded. In 95, the population of 4,500 people. Okay, that's what was in town. From 1995 to 2000, the population increased 15%, and from 2000 to 2005, the population decreased 4%. What is the town's population? All right, so things that we absolutely already know. There's our original amount, 4,500, and we have an increase of 15%, and we have a decrease of 4%. Now, we always just cover up our answers. Remember, before we just did our original amount, and it was 100 plus or minus whatever that percent change was. Whatever it was. But in this case, we have 2 of them. That's okay. We're still going to be able to do it. It just means we're going to multiply it by another change. So we're going to take our original 4,500 and we're going to show the 15% increase and the 4% decrease all in one shot. Nice and easy. So again, you could do a lot of this in your head. That first step, all this can be mental math. Let's just face it. So you can just think of this as 115% times 96%. Again, quick mental math because we're just shifting that decimal 2 times to the left. So you have 1.15 and 0.96. Now we're at the point, all that math was nice and easy to do, really friendly numbers. So let's take out our calculator and see what we get. 4,500 times 1.15 times 0.96, and we get 4,968 as the original population. We can uncover our answers, and there it is. That's choice B. So that was a nice, easy way to do it with a calculator. So let's just see, like, does it really matter in terms of order? So because of, I know some people will wonder, would it matter if I multiplied it like this? What happens if I want to do my decrease first? Does it really matter? Absolutely not, because this is just a property of multiplication. We know that there's an associative property. I can multiply in any order I want. It's still just being multiplied. No matter what, you're going to end up with 4,968. Try it on your calculator and see if you get a different answer in any order. You absolutely won't. You won't. So think in real life. Let's say you go out to dinner and you know that you're going to have the tax. You can already just do 100% plus whatever that tax is, and then you could also think about your tip, 100% by whatever that tip percentage is, and you can do all that in one easy step just by doing some of the math we did today. I hope you found that video helpful and you now know how to find percent change. If you like this video and would like to see more, subscribe to the page where we have 2 math videos every single week covering middle school and even early 9th grade algebra. You could also follow us on Facebook, or you could even email me, Sarah@mathminilessons.org, and come up with questions, comments, and possible ideas for future videos. Until next time, take care.